Hello everyone and welcome to another video in our Road to the World Champ series. This series has been following the preparations that I've been doing as I get ready to go over to the World Championships of Warhammer in November this year. So what have I been doing? Well, in the last week I have played a single game against one of my friends on TTS. The reason I got him to play me on TTS is unfortunately he lives a little bit far away, so it was a bit inconvenient to do it in person. But also he's been learning Lumineth, which is kind of one of my factions that I just always forget the rules for, so I need as much practice into them as possible. The game went fairly well. I played very defensively, but I got lucky when I kind of threw Dreicher out to try and deal with his Fox. Got the kill on the Fox, so I got up on the kind of the mobility and the attrition lead, so then could kind of bunker down and keep scoring, and just to stay ahead. And that's how the game played out. I managed to stay ahead until the end, which was really good. He did have two big units of Blade Lords, which did scare me for a bit, but I just dedicated my kind of main Scythe unit to hit them, strike away, fade away, hit them, fade away, hit them, fade away, and then they weren't as big of a threat from there. So, but other than that, the other thing that I have done is I ran round 4 of the Gauntlet series. So the Gauntlet series is a series of Age of Sigmar tournaments that I run in the kind of the wider local area. So this one was down at Burley, so it's about a 2-hour drive for me, which isn't too bad. It's not as bad as some of the other ones where they're a bit longer and I had to do a bit more setup, so got to pass off a lot of that setup to the store owner, which was awesome. But yeah, got down there, we had 20 players, it was a really good event. The quality of player in kind of the wider area is just skyrocketing at the moment. Everyone is really upskilling, not only in how they're playing on the tabletop, but also their hobby is getting better, and sportsmanship is just going ahead by leaps and bounds, which is awesome to see. And it's good to get and run these events. I enjoy running events anyway, but it's good to just be able to watch and see how people are playing and see what lists are doing well. So the event was won by a Stormcast player who had a Star Drake and a couple of dragons. The other undefeated at the event was a Beast of Chaos player. Both of them are quite good players, but both of their lists were very different. The Beast list in particular does scare me because it's got a lot of flexibility that I don't know that I would have enough kind of flexibility as well and adaptability to be able to counter it properly. So I'm definitely going to be reaching out to that player for a game to try and just practice that matchup a bit. But yeah, it's awesome to see everything else that is happening out there. To see what other armies people are playing and investing in. Like we had a couple of big Monster Mash lists, we had a couple of really infantry heavy lists, a couple of mixed lists. But yeah, really interesting to see what people are running. It puts me in a weird spot because kind of the local scene doesn't necessarily reflect the global and the bigger scene, especially going to such a high level exclusive tournament. People are going to be bringing the best of the best, so you're not going to see a lot of those armies that don't have high win rates that you might see at like your local tournaments. But I never put it past some of those other top players to really just try and shake things up and bring an army that no one expects. So I know other people have done that, and I've done that at previous events. Just bring something completely out of left field that no one is prepared for. So I'm not putting it past someone to get in their head that they're going to bring some crazy army that no one understands, and then they just absolutely raffle stomp with it. So, but that's me. I've got some more games lined up. I've got a big 2-day tournament coming up next weekend, so that will be a really good in-depth test for my list. And then apart from that, I'm just doing some painting touch-ups. So I've got kind of a copy of the final players pack, so reading through that, and a lot of the points for painting are very valuable. So definitely just going to go through, just do a bit of touch-ups across the whole army, and see if I can just eke out another couple of points. But that's it. I'll see everyone next time. Bye.